I don't know how this is still being talked about, but it is, so I'm going to report on it, because the whole situation has been going on for over 6 months now, and it is blown to proportions where countless people in the paranormal world are coming out to talk about this whole situation. And it, honestly, besides maybe the Zach Baggins issue that went on last year with him being called out for all sorts of stuff, this was by far the biggest scandal in the paranormal world. If you don't know who Cody and Satori are, I don't know how you don't if you're not a paranormal enthusiast. They are two people dubbed the paranormal couple who, you know, make not a living, because they claim to not make any money off of this, but, you know, they support paranormal investigations through their unique method of communicating with spirits, which includes the form of taps whenever they hold each other. And they use this method to, again, communicate with spirits in haunted locations. Now, Cody and Satori blew to popularity, or infamy, depending on how you look at it, I suppose, through the Sam and Colby Spending a Week in the Conjuring House series that came out back in October, I believe, of last year. Yeah, it didn't go down too well. People, the whole series was talked about, but for all the wrong reasons. And Cody and Satori were the biggest focal point. And in case you haven't seen the footage of them doing what they do, here it is.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T.
What?
A, B, C. Watch.
Watch.
Watching. A, B.
Now, I can't play too much more because, unfortunately, Sam and Colby have got this thing where they copyright their videos now because controversy. Anyway, so that's the idea. They go through the alphabet, hear a tap, that's the letter that the spirit wants to use, and then they put a word together. Anyway, people were like, no, these guys are fake, these guys are fake. And that was the whole talking point for about a month afterwards. Debunkers coming out of the woodwork to try and recreate or expose them for what they do. You know, people saying that they use the toe tapping, that they pop their joints, mostly aimed towards Cody. And there is a whole, you know, I don't want to tread over well-trodden ground, but just to give a bit of context to it. And, you know, there was videos of Cody from about 19 years ago or something crazy like that, where he was doing the exact same method, but it was said that they could only do this method when they touched Cody and Satori, but he didn't know Satori at this point. So, you know, there was like speculation about that. It's like, what is going on? Anyway, it completely blew out of the water. So bad, like the backlash from this was so bad that Sam and Colby actually had to give a response video to this topic. That's how crazy things got. Again, I can't play too much of it because copyright, but here it was.
So now let's talk about our final opinion and what we plan on doing going forward. In our opinion, and based on our experiments, there's nothing that we saw or captured on camera that debunks what we experienced. Can we say it's 100% real? No, we didn't do enough testing to prove that it's 100% real. However, from the videos that we've seen online, there's no 100% evidence to prove that this is all an act either. Yes, these are all great thoughts, and we wish we could test each and every single one of them, but until we capture ourselves definitive evidence of this, we cannot 100% prove if it's real or an act.
So that was kind of the crux of their video. They were basically saying they're on the fence. They obviously, I guess they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't want to call out Cody and Satori because, you know, they've probably built up a bit of a friendship. But at the same time, they don't want to say they're 100% real because then their fan base could potentially turn on them. So the most diplomatic solution was sit in the middle. And that's exactly what they did. Can't argue with it. Moving forward, Cody and Satori also came out to speak about it on their very own YouTube channel that had no videos uploaded to it prior to this one. And they went on to talk like this.
Walls and windows and all sorts of things. So it happens kind of everywhere. So hopefully that clarifies that a bit for you.
Now, we're definitely not building machines or devices that make knocking sounds. We definitely don't have time for that, first of all, and we're not rigging houses with these machines or anything like that. Satori and I, we help people. That's what we do. We go to their homes, we go to their businesses, their environments, their locations, and we give them answers, maybe a little bit of closure or faith in the afterlife.
So, there you go. Basically defending themselves, saying we do not rig things, we don't fake it, it's 100% real, and we do this to help people. then Daddy Hawes comes into the scene. If you don't know who Daddy Hawes is, it's big dog Jason Hawes. He was one of the lead paranormal investigators in the paranormal team TAPS, which had a very popular TV show around the time of like Most Haunted, Ghost Adventures starting out. You know, and he came out to say, you know, he backed his daughter, rightfully so. You know, I would not have expected Jason Hawes to come on a video and say my daughter is fake or Cody is fake, who is now about to be his son-in-law. Of course he's going to back it, but the sentiment within Jason's video was very, it was kind of greater than the whole Cody and Satori situation. It was actually how people handled the entire Cody and Satori situation. Which was, you know, kind of very negatively and with a lot of hate. So
figure out what's truly going on, and it's great. But I think some people, instead of doing that, have gone straight to the negative aspect, the full-blown attacks. You know, you're liars, you're frauds, you're scam artists, you're popping joints just like the Fox sisters used to. So people can say whatever they want. Of course, that's just the way the world is. But the fact of the matter is, you have to be there to experience the activity. You have to be there to experience these knocks. They're not popping joints. We've set up we've set up vibration sensors and other devices. But when you're there in the moment and they're doing this, these knocks are coming from all around.
So that's basically the sentiment. You know, backs up his daughter, says that it's real, says why that he thinks it's real. And the whole thing that people tend to go back to when they're trying to back it is you have to be there to experience it for yourself to know that it's 100% genuine. It's a fair remark on the surface. But, again, on the surface, that is only surface deep. So people then started asking the questions. All right, we hear you, Jason. We hear you, Satori. We hear you, Cody. What about you show us your method, because we can't all physically be there, on a live stream on YouTube that you've shown that you've got access to, with your shoes and socks off, with cameras literally you fully in shot, so we can see no joint popping, no toe tapping, no devices being rigged, no nothing, and we can see it in the moment, as close to the moment as physically being there. You know, it's the next best thing if you can't physically be there. And again, that's a really fair point. And it was actually posed to the duo on Project Fear, which was, you know, before it became Project Fear, it was Destination Fear, which was a hit TV show, cancelled very controversially by some potential people that, you know, hasn't been confirmed, but they diverted over to YouTube, made a video, hopped on the trend, because absolutely it was a trend. There's no denying that the people that have made videos about this absolutely are trend jacking, and you know they all chimed in because the views were there. There's no denying that. And here I am now doing the exact same thing. So transparency, people. Anyway, they put out a video stating controversial conversation with Cody and Satori, which kind of looked like this.
There's like a couple of videos out there, people like filming their feet and like doing something in their shoe, and it's making like a tapping noise. Would you guys be willing to do the session with your shoes off and your socks off?
Spoiler alert, obviously, from that whole title, you know, you think, wow, they're going to put them under the cosh. They asked the hard questions. No, they didn't. It was really, you know, they did ask hard questions, I must say. But at the same time, it's kind of like they were very wishy-washy with it. And, you know, Cody and Satori kind of wormed their way out and were like, you know, we would love to, but we're not performing monkeys. We don't do this for money. We don't do this to prove to people. We don't have to prove ourselves. And it was like, well, okay, you know, like, so basically the answer was no, without actually going outright and saying no. But they did say that they would do it in their own time, which obviously brought up more controversy, because it's like, well, what defines your time, when the heat dies down and people go away, or, you know, whatever. But there is one channel in particular that I've seen in the debunking world Goes by the name Mythos Paranormal. Now, I'm going to use his video for the next clip, but he has been on a warpath with regards to Cody and Satori. If you take a little look at his channel right here, they were talking about Cody and Satori here. Cody and Satori here, Cody and Satori here, Cody and Satori, Cody and Satori, Cody and Satori. It's, he's putting the pressure on, let's just say that. But he highlighted in one of his videos, that Sam and Colby were part of a podcast recently, and it was the same podcast, actually, funny enough, where it was highlighted that Mr. Beast apparently sold his YouTube channel for $5 billion, which turned out to be utter nonsense, but not the point of this video. But they go on to say how basically Sam and Colby put out their video before, and they kind of reiterate the point that was made in this podcast when they were asked about Cody and Satori. So take a little listen.
Even made a video like talking about everybody trying to debunk them and stuff. Yeah. As far as we know, we can't debunk it. What? But we also can't 1000% prove like this is real. I don't see how it can be popping joints, and that's just something that people are going to have to take my word for.
Well, you did a good job on testing things out, guys. I've got to give it to you. You just didn't look to see if it was their joints popping, did you? And when you did, you got shut down.
First thing, can they take off shoes? Is that okay?
You'll ask on that one?
Bruh. Weird that, huh? And now the only thing everyone is asking them to do is show their technique so we can see their joints, and they won't do it. Says it all, doesn't it?
You test without shoes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so by Sam's reaction there, that gives me funny vibes, I won't lie. As we know, they did leave this clip in here, and I made a video saying, is Sam and Colby covering for these two? Because why would you not include that footage? So either they busted them and figured out how they were doing it, or nothing happened, which also says a lot, doesn't it?
And we're hopefully going to be able to like put out a video about that sometime in the future. We talked to Cody and Satori a lot about all these different things because it's very controversial.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, fair play to Mythos Paranormal for piling on the pressure and trying to get a bit of disclosure on this topic. But at the same time, you know, Sam and Colby have got their reputation on the line a little bit because they've promoted these guys. They've said, you know, they've published these people to millions of people. Therefore, it kind of falls back onto them a little bit to try and, you know, quash these rumours because their reputation's on the line. So, you know, all of this happened, and it's been going on for about 6 months, on and off. People kind of back and forth with Cody and Satori. Cody and Satori have gone awfully quiet until... very big until literally yesterday at the time of recording. And, you know, you would have thought, right, Cody and Satori, if you want this controversy and you want this drama to die down, what do? What do the people that are involved in controversy and drama do? They say nothing. And it's almost like a no-comment interview. If you give a no-comment interview, you don't put yourself in the firing line or, you know, incriminate yourself further, or you don't say you just don't say the wrong thing or the right thing. You just stay neutral. Well, Cody and Satori didn't see it that way, and it coincided with a post that was also made by the Conjuring House itself, which also posted, because they work very closely together, the Conjuring House and Cody and Satori. So, this was posted on Cody Desbian's Instagram page, literally 21 hours ago at the time of recording, and it's just statement from Cody and Satori and Cody on the 27th of 3rd, 2024. Skeptics and cynics who are two different things. A skeptic is an open-minded individual who seeks to find the truth no matter what the answer is. They are constructive and are willing to doubt opinions, to ask important questions that positively push things further. A cynic is someone who either does not believe or is very black and white about things they believe. They look at things through a more negative lens. They would rather jump to the belief that people are dishonest, I think I'm supposed to say dishonest, and selfish, rather than the idea that there may be another explanation to be explored. A true skeptic is more open-minded, while a cynic is more closed-minded. This is researchable information. I will say Cody and I support true skepticism fully. My last name, Satori Horse, gained its attention in the paranormal field from a skeptical man. referring to her father, of course, who, by the way, credit where credit's due, he is a very sceptical man, even though he was a paranormal investigator. Supporting and understanding skepticism was something I was raised and taught to do. I will say that there are some, not all, that claim to be skeptics but are really cynics. We cannot deny this. I think this is where a lot of the tension comes from between those who believe in certain paranormal experiences and those who don't. Closed-minded people may be misinterpreting the wrong category, giving skepticism a negative light. That's a bold statement right there. That's a very, very bold statement. I think the same thing can be said towards believers. There are true believers who have a healthy level of skepticism, ask important questions, and provide constructive feedback for how to advance further. There are some believers who don't do that and instead battle those who do question because they see things as only one way. I will not speak specifically on any controversy surrounding Cody and myself. Shock. We already have made our statement and continue to push forward honesty and genuinely. I will say that there's a lot the public does not know about in regards to negative and dangerous experiences that have occurred to us or about us. But the majority has been very good in response. We are handling everything away from the public as we don't really live for drama, believe it or not. I will end with this. I cannot and absolutely will not attempt to change opinions that have already been made. It is not my place to dictate what anyone believes. Cody and I have never wanted that. We wanted respect to those who showed respect to us. We have many friends and their own opinions and have never asked for their opinions or beliefs to change. Again, that is not our place. We can do something pretty weird. We don't know all the answers, and new findings or information is being gained every day. Things change and evolve constantly. What may come of any inconsistencies may actually just be a new knowledge or things we missed that show that this activity is always changing. And there is a lot of information that we are trying to show in such a small time frame of video. We welcome skeptics into our lives. We actually need them. What if there is an answer we just haven't recognised or put together yet? We have engaged with skeptics all over the country at multiple different locations and are going to continue to do so. Just because there isn't a camera on us 24/7 does not mean that we aren't working constantly on this with the help of those around us. With the help of skeptics and educated individuals with a lot of supportive / constructive feedback. We have begun to push this further and have started to further a lot of knowledge about what is happening. It actually helped us with a lot with our own understanding. We do not welcome insults, threats, or purposeful misinformation. We also do not welcome talk about us as if we are the object or prized possessions. We are people and belong to no one. If you have questions or concerns, bring it to us openly and honestly. Okay, but so if you have concerns, bring it to us openly and honestly. And that is exactly, it's a bit of a backwards sentence that. It's like you say one thing but you do another almost. And, this isn't me trying to bash on Cody and Satori. I think they've had that enough. But at the end of the day, you say in one sentence, we are people, we belong to no one. If you have questions or concerns, bring it to us openly and honestly. People have done that though. In these videos that people have made, I have seen countless times, concern. The concern being, we do not believe your method. We do not believe that you are doing your method, and we do not believe that your method is honest or true. And, that has been brought to you openly and very honestly. Very open, very honest. It's out on the public internet. I could probably list 10 videos where people have asked you to do that. And they've said, could you just do it this way? There's my open and honesty. We want you to do it this way. To prove to us, all you have to do, let me crack on. At the end of the day, whether you believe it or not, please treat us with respect as we want to do in return for all of you, Satori Halls and Cody Desbians. Now, again, instead of just posting wishy-washy statements, you know, that's exactly what this is wishy-washy. It's like, you know, it's so generic and it's so, you know, like public person. It's like someone's PA's put this together. I know that's not the case. You can tell that Satori's clearly wrote this, but, you know, it's like, that's brilliant. That's amazing. You know, yes, this has got all the right things to say in it. You've said all the right things, but then back up what you say with action. You know, that's the kind of thing that people are asking for. And it's just like you give with one hand, take with the other, and it's like it's, you know, it's sort of a two-way street. If you want people to stop and leave you alone, prove your method. You know, you've said it's true, you said it's honest, you've backed yourselves on the hill. Just show it. Anyway, rant over. On to the next part. The next part, there was also an official response from the Conjuring House. The Conjuring House has actually said nothing for 6 months, and now suddenly out of the woodworks they've popped up and they're like, oh, better respond to this. Now, to me, it's as transparent as bookings are down because of the controversy. You know, it was the Conjuring House where people, where this, you know, whole controversy started, and, you know, it's not great business. It's not a great look for business if your property promoted and harbored, you know, people that are believed to be fake and will not prove themselves to be anything but fake. But, you know, that's speculation. But to me, it does scream bookings are down, and from what I've heard, bookings aren't cheap, and because of the location, and we need to clear this up to try and claw back a bit of revenue. So, they went on to state, official response regarding the spirit communication method by Cody Desbians and Satori Hawes. I am Jacqueline Nunez, owner of the Conjuring House. I have been observing the events that continue to unfold, resulting of the 3-part YouTube series released by Sam and Colby in October of 2023. This series, which features Cody and Satori delivering messages through their spirit communication method, has garnered millions of views from around the world. These videos have also drawn the attention from people around the world who represent numerous industries and sectors that are not connected to the paranormal field. Fair statement. We have received thousands of messages from viewers expressing their gratitude for how these videos have provided comfort and or has altered their belief systems regarding the continuity of consciousness after death. Now, you know, that was a very broad statement, so they're not necessarily saying that they've turned skeptics into believers. I would be inclined to think that, you know, it's probably gone the other way and it's turned believers into skeptics off the back of this. But, you know, that's just speculation. Our beloved spirit, Abigail Arnold, established her own fan club for her contributions in these videos. However, there have also been some skeptics, disbelievers, and opportunists who have sought out to monetize their content by producing debunking videos and telling outright lies to hurt Cody and Satori. That is bold. Like that. Ooh, you've ruffled some feathers. These slanderous lies and the debunking videos have been produced by people who have never met Cody and Satori, let alone have the privilege of experiencing their method. Among the lies is the assertion that Cody and Satori have made a lot of money from their method. Cody and Satori have never taken any money from their method, nor were they paid a dime from the Sam and Colby 2023 Conjuring House videos featuring their method in every episode. You can't disrepute that. You know, that's just that. It is what it is. Cody and Satori are valued staff members at the Conjuring House. While for the public there are few instances where they have allowed their methods to be shared with guests, I have numerous hours of video footage from private sessions we have done since I purchased the property in May 2022. I plan to share a few of these videos to support what I and many others know to be the truth. Cody and Satori are not frauds, and they have a unique gift that enables them to channel spirit messages in biological, physical form rather than through the physical mediums like EVP spirit boxes and REM pods. To the paranormal community, many of you have dedicated your lives to exploring locations in the hopes of capturing evidence of spirit existence. Recognize that you attack or refuse to support other members in our community. That you are also attacking yourselves and the evidence that you have captured in your investigations. So basically, she's having a pop at the paranormal people. The people that are supposed to be on her side. She's like, oh, you can have some too. You can fucking have it. If Cody and Satori are frauds, they are not. What does that say about EVPs, thermal images, and other evidence that you have documented? Your evidence is much more suspect than the physical evidence that is heard by all when they have experienced the method by Cody and Satori. I'm going to just say it now. This is a heated response. Like, you can tell that Jacqueline Nunes has sat on this for months and she has just let it fester and fester and fester. And then this article comes out and pop. She's having a go at everyone. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. She doesn't care. I ask you to consider the ramifications on our field participating in destroying the reputation of people who are doing their honest best to capture the authentic evidence. It hurts all of us. I mean, the argument, on the other hand, as well, is, that Cody and Satori have had the same effect. So, I'm, from the outside looking in, I'm very impartial to this. I don't actually care. But, just looking at it, it's just like, it's a very ironic statement that's being made. Anyway, to the disbelievers and debunkers, this is where it gets saucy. You have passed your opinions on personal narratives off as facts. This includes Mythos Paranormal and the Bad to the Bone Paranormal, among others. She's name dropping. There have been threats made, cyberbullying captured, and proof of your lies collected by many who have witnessed your actions. You are prudent and take note that your slanderous claims and defaming lies are illegal. She's thrown legalities out there. Honestly, mostly I am addressing you to tell you that the Conjuring House does not care about you. Fucking hell. You tell them how you feel, Jacqueline. You tell them. You are not our market, and you represent less than 10% of people that have engaged with us. To the paranormal enthusiasts and the paranormal curious, you are who we care about. We encourage you to continue your explorations into the spirit existence and to see what awesome experiences await you. Of course, we want you to visit the Conjuring House. There it is. That's what you truly want. It's so transparent. This is just so transparent. It is ridiculous. Anyway, but there are so many active locations around the world and hopefully near you where you can venture out in search of some otherworldly encounters. As a final thought to our extended TCH family and those who may become a part of it, do not ever allow anyone to doubt or disbelieve the spiritual or paranormal experiences that have impacted your lives and or belief systems. Only you know the experiences that you've had. You are entitled to your belief systems, so own and embrace them. This is crazy. This is crazy. She's literally like, this is probably by far the worst deflection statement I've ever seen, and I'll tell you for why. It's transparent as anything. So clearly this has been thrown out to engage the paranormal audience and almost like a call to arms. It's like, look what they're doing to your brethren. Bookings are down, get yourself over here. Come on in, we want to see you over here. It's transparent. But it's also, you've literally attacked, or they've literally attacked everyone. Whether you're a debunker and disbeliever, that was obviously the heated part. She went there. She was like, defamation, illegal claims, all the rest of it. She's throwing legalities out there. That's by the by, whatever comes of that, nothing will come of it. Let's be real. The amount of money that would have to be invested by the Conjuring House to take these people to court, and to get nothing in return, there's literally nothing about it. But, also at the same time, it's she's thrown the paranormal community under the bus who haven't responded. It's like, oh, you know, you're part of the paranormal community. These guys are getting fired upon. Where are you? You can do one as well. It's like, damn, you're like literally just attacking anyone and everyone. It's just, it doesn't read as a good look. It's not a good look at all. This is literally like, you know, oh, it's just wild. It's just wild. But even the top comment, man, the top comment literally reads, I mean, it's a long thing, but, you know, let's read it here. Firstly, it's essential to recognise that skepticism and critique inquiry are integral parts of any field, including the paranormal community. Disagreement and debate should not be dismissed as attacks, but rather as opportunities for growth and understanding. I think there's a differentiation there that needs to be noted. Calling anyone skeptical or a disbeliever or a debunker is concerning and disappointing. Peer review is essential to the validity of the field. Literally my point exactly. Implying that skeptics and debunkers are motivated solely by monetization or malicious intent undermines the importance of critical thinking and undermines healthy discourse within the community. It's so true. Additionally, accusations of slander and threats of legal action can further escalate tensions and inhibit productive dialogue. Oh! It's crucial to address disagreements with professionalism and respect rather than resorting to ad hominem attacks or legal threats. Furthermore, dismissing disbelievers and debunkers is as significant to the market, ignores the diversity of perspectives within the paranormal community and perpetuate division rather than fostering unity and collaboration. I hope that you continue to engage with criticism and skepticism constructively, fostering an environment of open dialogue and manual respect while putting the bullies, making the threats separate category. The way this reads heavily discourages any critical thinking and peer review. Literally, like I said, it's a bad look. Right. And, you know, this clearly rings true because you've got the original post gets 677 likes. This comment alone from someone who is not as well known and hasn't got 19,000 followers on Facebook gets 99. Literally a seventh of the likes, which, you know, you think, oh, it's not a lot, but truly when you look at it from the outside, you know, there are 99, almost 100 other people who agree with this sentiment. And that's just people that have looked in the comments. You know, that doesn't include the people that have seen this, like myself, just read through it and then scrolled on. It's not a good look at all. So the whole situation, to kind of round it back, the whole situation is mind-boggling. The whole situation is absolutely insane. The whole situation is completely blown out of proportion. And truly the only way that this is ever going to end for Cody and Satori is for them to just prove that their method is, like, you know, stable, correct, accurate, can be done without the aid of these other things. And until that day, people are not going to stop. The likes of Mythos Paranormal will probably still keep going because he is on a warpath to try and get the truth, which you can't argue with. So yeah, it is pretty wild out there, guys. It's absolutely insane, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And then the Conjuring House comes out and makes their business look, well, to be fair, I don't even know why they needed to chime in. Is it because of, you know, protecting your staff? At the end of the day, you could have. It wasn't the house that was the issue. It was the people within that were working there. But I don't know. Bookings are clearly down. People are not happy. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to the hell out of that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed it. Can't wait to see you in the next one, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.